What up, Cage Siders? This is me. I'm going to try to be more animated because this is the first Cage Side. Well, this is Cage Side Live. See? I've done so many Cage Side Lives, I forgot what this is called. It's called Like a House Afire, which apparently is an ironic title according to my boss, Gino Morosco, because I come across as someone who reads, weather reports on the internet. So, I appreciate you spending a few moments here with me, whether it is to get some hot wrestling opinions, some rationality, or just as some sort of a sleep aid. We will take the views however we can get them. This is Like a House of Fire. My name is Sean Rueter. You are at CagesideSeats.com, which, as my 7 or 8 regular viewers know, probably even the ones that fall asleep, that is the best damn pro wrestling community on the interwebs. And what do I want to talk about today? Beats me. What does anybody want to talk about today? Let's talk about WrestleMania 32. It's only 51-ish weeks away, so we got to get on it. We don't have any time to waste. 31 was pretty cool. You can check out me and Matt Roth talking about that below, and I'll link to the Gino. People marked out for that. Gino came out of retirement to talk Raw with me. He actually did 2 last week, because there was one on the Lesnar signing. So yeah, great show on Sunday, this past Sunday. A hit or miss affair on Monday night for me, anyway. There I go, being rational again. I'm just supposed to be hot and just say that show fucking sucked. Pile of garbage, man. And I don't really have that in me, though. That's not me. Sorry. Okay, gotta be true to yourself. I think that's what Sting once said. Oh, Stinger. Alright, so for 32, let's talk about Sting. I am not a Sting fan. I think that's pretty well documented, but I am they've sort of turned me into a Sting fan because I kind of feel like he deserved better than what he got. I'm okay with the loss to Triple H, but that can't be it, I don't think. I think he should get that back or something, or, I don't know who's in there that could still work. Michaels is retired. I don't want to see Nash wrestle. I don't know. Find somebody. Get X-Pac to do the job for Sting at SummerSlam. Get him on a winning streak so that we can do the Taker match, man. It's not going to be great, but, they proved this week that it could be fun as hell. Go full supernatural with it. Have them both disappear in a puff of smoke after they hit their finishers on each other. I don't know, but, I think it makes sense. The only other thing that makes sense for me for Taker, and the reason that I am not on the full Bray Wyatt is ruined bandwagon, is because I could see them doing that one again next year and Taker doing the job. They're in a tough situation, I think, if that is going to be Mean Mark Calloway's farewell to the pro wrestling ring. I think everything we know about the guy says that he's going to want to go out on his back. Is WWE going to want to try to use his final match as a selling point for this thing that they're big on breaking records. They've been talking about breaking records with 31 with play button all week. So are they going to want to have him lose that match? I don't know. I think that Sting fixes that problem. Give him a win back, give him a moment over somebody. Kane, I don't know. God, I hate that idea, but that sounds like something that would actually make sense. Anyway, give Sting a win over somebody at Survivor Series or SummerSlam, and then build to Taker versus Sting at Mania. And then, either Taker goes over and they raise each other's hands on the way out, or like I said, puff of smoke, crows descend and carry Sting off into the Dallas night, and lightning, smoke, and then there's just an urn. Taker's gone. I don't know. They could do it. And as much as I like the idea of him putting over Wyatt on his way out the door, I don't think that's gonna fly with the powers that be. So that's that one. I have been kicking around. My initial thought, I was thinking that for a WWE Championship feud in Arlington. I used to live down there, so I used to live in Arlington. So there I go, giving away personal information about myself again. Mrs. Rudiger and Gino are going to be worried that one of these 7 or 8 of you is going to stalk me. Anyway, got off on a whole Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex thing there. With my phone, this is a train wreck. Welcome to it. Sort of like the Sting Triple H match. Anyway, so I was initially thinking that I wanted to see an official triple threat to, a full 30, 40 minute version of the last 2 minutes of the Mania 31 ending. Rollins, who I would like to see hold the title for a long time. Chicken shit as hell, cheat, have J&J take stuff for him. If we're going to keep paying Kane and Big Show, have them run interference, but by any means necessary, keep him champ and keep Brock angry and after him. And that's the problem, is I don't know where Reigns fits into that. I think you could I don't know that Reigns is going to get a babyface pop from a big crowd that is at least half internet type, behind the scenes knowledgeable fans. If he faces Brock at any time, I think Brock's a babyface for the rest of his run. It's going to be he would have to, I don't know what he would have to do. Murder Daniel Bryan on television. So, which Brock would probably be up for. So that's a possibility, I guess. But I don't see. So I had this fantasy booking in my head of, Rollins screws Reigns all year. And then you do the triple threat where somehow Brock kills Seth, and then Lesnar and Roman do the similar sort of just kick the shit out of each other thing that they did for about 15 minutes last Sunday, and eventually this time Reigns powers through, gets the pin. Brock gives him his respect, and there's your coronation of Reigns. But I still like that. I just don't know. I don't know that it'll work. Because, like I said, I'm pretty sure Brock's a babyface, whether anybody knows it or not. At least for the kind of crowd that you're going to get at Mania, or at least half of it. The kind of crowd that booed Reigns on Sunday and Monday. So I don't know. We'll see. That'll be interesting to see. The other thing that I'm really excited about is the Intercontinental scene, and I'm trying to tamper my enthusiasm because I don't want to get my hearts broken by the WWZ. What they should do, and I don't know, I'd be curious to hear people's thoughts on this. Just to sort of tie off the Daniel Bryan versus the Authority thing, have some sort of something where Bryan can cut a promo, or somehow, maybe even Vince gets involved. I don't know. He just says, we carry through that scene that they had backstage where he met with all the greats, and his talk leading up to this about how this was always this is the working man title. Sound like Austin there for a second. Where he just decides, I don't want the politics to come with that big belt. It's not for me right now. I'm going to be Mr. SmackDown. I'm going to represent the working man. I'm going to go with Austin again. So yeah, I'm going to take all comers, but just don't mess with me. This is the deal. I won't mess with your thing, and leave me alone to be a wrestler and to cultivate wrestling for my fans. Yes. And then just do that. Just Shinseki Nakamura that thing out the wazoo, and and that makes me fucking excited, because it could be, that could be his Mania match next year, just to keep it on that theme. That could be Cesaro, if I want to just, it could be Balor, it could be Kevin Owens, it could be Ziggler, it could be a unification thing with Cena. It could, just who don't you want to see? Don't you want to see that? And I think Bryan should hold the strap for a while, but I don't think I think somewhere in the fall maybe, have a heel take it off of him. And here's where I get something that could really get me excited. Cesaro would work here, or Rusev as his next step up the ladder towards the main event. have him be the guy if he's going to manage to stay a heel, which I think he might also start to get to sort of a Lesnar place in terms of he's just so good at what he does and people like to watch people destroy shit, that he might turn face too, whether they like it or not. But, having him be the guy that crushes Bryan for the IC belt after Bryan spends 6 months or so talking it up and defending it in great matches would be a good way to keep him a heel. And then maybe at Mania is where Bryan reclaims the belt from whatever heel took it from him in the October-November time frame. I think that could be a great piece there as well. And you got the Andre in there. You're going to have, I hope, I don't know. I mean, I think that the reports that Ronda Rousey isn't doing anything with WWE for a little while is partially true, because she's doing movies and she's got shoot fights to get ready for. But it's also a little bit of a subterfuge. They know they popped something special on Sunday, and part of the way they did that is that we all knew Rock was there, but we didn't know that she was going to get involved. And so I think you build for that, the mixed tag there. I think there's some cool ways to do. I really like, there's a fan post that Plan R did. I really like his Paige Charlotte angle that he's working there. I think that could be big. And maybe next year's too soon for that, but maybe not. I mean, maybe next year's the year we get 2 women's matches on the card. Wouldn't that be something? Have Paige Charlotte in a grudge match, and have Nikki and I don't know, Sasha Banks. I don't know. Now I'm excited. But I think there's some exciting stuff that could happen there. You could have a tag match somewhere. That doesn't even get to what is Cena going to do. I don't know. There's a lot of toys to play with but they should be able to do it up, I think, and they've got a tough act to follow. This year was crazy, and it wasn't expected. So, maybe next year we'll get a great build and a mediocre show. We'll find out. But was I excited enough? I don't know. I tried. There's a lot of stuff that I am excited about there. So if I came across too monotone, that's not best for business, I'm told. So, I don't know. I don't know what my catchphrase. I guess I'm just gonna have to stick with maybe for WrestleMania 32, we could actually get a man back, Big Dave and the Hizzy. Because then it wouldn't matter what else went on the card. As long as Batista was there, we would just have to deal with it.